You would think after having done this for how long I would know how to work this technology, but yet it's still new to me every time. All right, welcome to Pop Culture Roulette for all your pop culture needs. We're America's podcast. All right, welcome everybody. Hope you all had a great Father's Day weekend. We're back. How is everybody going, Justin?
Going good. Stayed
And
busy. Had a good Father's Day weekend. Got put to work.
all right, and Jeremy.
Pretty good. I got a cat today.
Oh,
Pretty sweet.
All right. Will they be making boy, girl?
Boy.
Will he be making his appearance on this podcast at some point in the future?
Uh, Not this one specifically, but at some point, yeah. He's still really hiding a lot, skittish, but he'll
Name?
be name Alex.
rescue?
Yeah, well, we got it from it was at PetSmart,
Oh,
like
okay.
from like a shelter in like Rockford, I think, that was like hosting it. So
Okay.
it crossed state lines.
Oh,
So they're
okay.
still trying
Yeah.
to figure out how to maneuver the hills.
Oh. You had to rescue it from those terrible people down in Illinois, so it's gonna have
Yeah,
a better life now.
definitely.
Yep.
It's gonna be a Brewers fan now.
Good, good, good. What do you know how old he is?
It's 6.5, I think.
Okay, so he just has to get used to the new environment and
Is that like
Yeah,
weeks, months, years?
6.5 years, I think.
Oh,
October birthday, so Halloween
okay.
cat.
okay.
There you
Yeah,
go.
hell yeah.
But he'll join in. Did he come with the name or are you renaming him?
He came with the name Alex, but it's a black and white tuxedo cat, so I might name him after a Bond. So we'll see.
I guess it depends on if he responds to the name Alex or not, but
Yeah,
All right, well, that's good. Having another cat join the Smashland
Cat,
family.
the cat cast that we have every once in a while.
yeah.
I don't know how much longer I'm gonna have my other cat around for. She's well, I mean, she's like 16, 17, so,
Mm.
Anyway, moving on from that possibly depressing topic.
Yeah.
So I was mowing the lawn yesterday, just trying to come up with various different topics, and it was struck upon me that we should talk about cover songs, and in particular, songs that we possibly didn't know were cover songs. I don't know where this inspiration came from. It just is what hit me.
Wasn't a stick this time.
No, no, it wasn't. I mean, I didn't manage to hurt myself mowing the lawn past just, being outside in the 90 plus degree weather, mowing the lawn. Yeah, it's fun reading online when the like English or the Europeans are like, oh my God, it's supposed to be whatever their Celsius degree is, and you do the math and they're like, it's gonna be 78. It's
Yeah.
so
Well, it's
hot.
30 degrees Celsius or whatever. It's like
Yeah.
84.
Like, oh,
Uh,
it's gonna be 78. It's such a heat wave. Mitch, it's 93 here with however much percent humidity. I don't want to hear it. Like,
I know. In the Midwest, we're not
I
even in the
just,
South.
yeah. Well, like I walked outside a couple times today and I was like, how did I live in Florida? This is absolutely miserable.
Were you a lot less hairy then?
No, I had more hair because I definitely had long
Oh,
hair then. I mean,
yeah.
I
It's
think I
not
had
good for us
le
hairy people.
I think I had less of a beard, but it still had a beard. But yeah, well, there's the two times a year where I'm like, why did I leave Florida? And then there's the time of year where I'm like, why did I ever live in Florida?
Yeah, I need that happy middle ground.
Which I thought Wisconsin would be. Who knew? See, it's either negative 40 or 90, 95.
Yeah,
yeah, pretty.
it's either pouring rain or pouring snow.
Oh, all right. Anyway, Okay, so I was trying to figure out a way to do a game with this, but I couldn't really, so I guess I'm just gonna I'll name the artist and song and then you'll tell me if you think it was or if you know who the original artist did that song. Some of these are going to be surprising. Some of them we probably already know because, well, I feel like as a group we're pretty smart. Individually,
Sometimes.
maybe not so much, but as a group we're pretty good.
Mhm.
Put our collective brains together and we form one average human.
All
Mhm.
right. I tried to stick with songs that I thought for sure we had all heard at least once or had a passing familiarity with, because some of the list had songs where I'm like, I've never heard of either version of this song.
All right.
So not an exhaustive list, just what I found interesting. We're going to start with Cyndi Lauper's "Girls Just Want to Have Fun" from 1983.
The question is that the original or a remake? What's the question here?
Well, I guess I could do that. I could
I was only half listening to the
All right, I
rules.
guess. All right, well, starting from now on, I will either ask who did the original or who did the one that's. And I tried to also stick with the version that's more famous is the remake or the cover. So in this particular instance, Cyndi Lauper "Girls Just Want to Have Fun" is the cover that I believe is way more famous than the original because I've never heard of Robert Hazard from 1979.
No.
No.
So that one was kind of shocking. I did not know that "Girls Just Want to Have Fun" was a cover.
What
Um,
year? What year did you say she covered it?
1983.
And he did it in
And
'79.
yes,
Yeah, that feels like it needs to be like a Cyndi Lauper or like a female a female singer. I
unless of
feel like
course
a
you
guy singing that song is going to be a little weird.
right? Unless it's Weird Al with "Girls Just Want to Have Lunch."
Mhm.
Girl,
I mean, we all just want to have lunch.
I mean, I feel like this is how we could also play this. How many of these have been covered by Weird Al?
That could be his whole other podcast.
All right. There, okay, so here we go. I will give you the name of the song, and you can tell me who sang it or who did the original. Blinded by the Light from 1977, which also could give us another topic of misheard lyrics, because the actual lyric is revved up like a deuce, wrapped up in blinded by the light. Most people think it's revved up like a douche. So who did the song first? Bruce Springsteen or Manfred Mann's Earth Band?
Yeah, I feel like it's got to be the second one did it
Man for
first.
mans, baby.
Ah, well, in this case, you would be wrong. Manfred Mann is the one that covered it and made that song way more famous than somehow Bruce Springsteen.
Interesting. Revved up like a douche.
All right.
Classic.
How about the hit from 1983, Red Red Wine? Who did that originally? Was it Neil Diamond or UB40?
I'm gonna guess the person you named first again.
Neil Diamond?
Okay, so I'm gonna have to start mixing things up here. All right, Neil Diamond did it originally, but then was covered by a band who could also be a whole nother list of one-hit wonders, UB40.
Uh,
Can't
All
even think what
right.
that it goes. I'm going to need Jeremy to
Um,
serenade a little.
it's a great song. The
I
cover.
I did look at into what potentially constitute fair use, and if I could put clips of each song into the mix, and based on the information that I read, the answer is no.
Oh, especially not with Anchor. I've gotten flagged on like 6 episodes already.
So I was like, we could sing it, but we definitely can't put a clip in here. All right.
Jeremy, sing away.
Red, red wine.
Perfect.
That's it.
All right. Okay, how about oh, this will be fun. There is three, four, five, six, seven versions of this song. I Want Candy. Who was it that did it originally? Was it Mel C from the Spice Girls in 2007? Um, Well, you know what? I'm not going to give the years because that would give it away. So that's the last. I've ruined that one. The Candy Girls, Count Bishops, the Tromlows, the Strange Loves, Aaron Carter or Bow Wow Wow?
Well, we can eliminate three.
No, not Aaron Carter. It's not Bow Wow Wow. It's not Mel C
All
or
those other
B.
bands sound old as fuck, though. So
What
it's
were the
like,
other ones?
could be.
The Strangeloves, the Trolos, and the Count Bishops.
I'm gonna say the Trollos.
Say Count Bishops.
You'd both be wrong. It was the Strangeloves. The Strangeloves
Son
did
of
it
a
originally.
bitch.
In
Yeah,
night and
they want candy.
They did it in 1965, and obviously the most famous version of that song would be
Bow Wow
Bow
Wow.
Wow Wow from 1982.
What?
Were
That
you thinking
song,
like Little Bow Wow, Jeremy?
Maybe.
that song, Bow Wow Wow was a really uh,
Oh
odd
yeah.
little punk band, but not quite punk. But yeah, their lead singer was like 13 or 14 when she was doing that song. And that was that video and that song gets real creepy when you start looking into the history of. All
You know
right.
what I was thinking of? I was thinking of a different song at first. I was thinking of
Oh,
that
okay.
Sugar Sugar song.
Oh, the
Do do do
Archies.
do
Yeah.
do 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 do.
That
Do.
that is a band. That is also a one that we're gonna get to one of these days. Fictional bands, bands
Mm.
that and then like fictional bands like the Archies are. I'm not wearing my Muppet shirt today, but Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem, But that's neither here nor there. How about I love rock and roll?
Okay.
This one should be pretty obvious. Is it gonna be the Arrows, Joan Jett, or Britney Spears?
The arrows.
Joan
Okay.
Jett.
The Joan Jett version that is clearly the most famous is the cover.
The
The fuck are the
arrows.
arrows?
What
A
about
band,
I Love Rocky Road?
also the Weird Al version.
Yeah.
No, I love Rocket. Joan Jett took that song from the band The Arrows, who did it in 1975, and turned it into basically her anthem in 1981. Um, yeah, that's okay. How about uh,
Yeah, okay.
how about the song "Tainted Love"? Tainted Love. Who did it originally? Gloria Jones, Soft Cell, or Marilyn Manson?
Son of a bitch. Ooh. Gloria Jones.
Oh, there we
Gloria
go. All
Jones.
right.
Sometimes I feel it's a great version. I love hers.
The
It's so
original
up,
version?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
so upbeat and
It's so
sassy.
vastly different than the soft cell version, and obviously wildly different than the Marilyn Manson version.
Yeah.
All right, Twist and Shout.
Twist and shout.
Who did it originally?
Come
The
on,
Beatles,
baby, now.
the
Twist
Isley Brothers, or Salt and Pepper?
the
Ah,
Beatles.
Isley Brothers.
Oh ho. See, that one shocked me. I didn't realize that the Beatles did cover songs.
Hmm.
I thought they had only did originals. So when I was like, wait a minute, the Isley Brothers did it in 62, and the Beatles were like, we're going to do it in 63. And then in 88, Salt and Pepper were like, we're going to do it.
There's a big gap between them remaking that one.
Well, normally, wouldn't you think that like you would want a big gap between a remake and like doing it a cover song? Like, because the Isley Brothers were not like a nobody band. So they were kind of famous when the Beatles, like a year later, were like, we're going to do that song now.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
weird.
Did they have any people in common that would have been like, "Hey, we think you should sing this song"?
I don't
If they're that close together,
I don't know enough about the Isley Brothers to tell you one way or the other. Like
I'm gonna need you to bone up on your Isley Brother history.
I'm more
Mhm.
familiar with the Beatles history than I am the Isley Brother history.
I'm more familiar with Salt and Pepper than the rest of us.
Just because I have more salt and pepper in my hair
That's questionable.
doesn't mean I'm more familiar with the band.
I don't know. I think I'm giving you a run for your money on that one.
Well, the beard were about equal, but this hair is
It's up here too.
yeah. All
You
right,
old bastards.
You want some beard, Jeremy?
What?
You want some of our beard?
Yeah.
We'll give you just the white parts.
just
All right.
Look like Gandalf.
You shall not pass.
Ring of Fire. Was it Johnny Cash's song originally, Anita Carter, Social Distortion, or Alan Jackson?
Oh,
Now, some of these
you
can be
you
a
you forgot another band that covered that song,
okay. Well, I might have.
by the way, because it's on one of my lists I wrote over here.
Oh, all right. So
Oh,
who
Oh,
did Ring of Fire originally?
what were they? Cash?
Johnny Cash, Anita Carter. Obviously, it's not Social Distortion or Alan Jackson when we're talking about Johnny D or Johnny D,
Whoa.
Johnny Cash.
uh, I'll just
Oh,
say Anita Carter.
yeah, I'm gonna agree.
All right. Anita Carter being his sister-in-law made the song in 62 and he was like in 63 he was like I'm going to take it.
Mhm.
See, that one that is so close, but there's the relation because that's his sister-in-law. Maybe she's like, "Hey, you should sing this song."
All right.
Maybe he's singing at a karaoke one day at her house, and she's like, "Well, that's better than my version."
Yeah.
All right then. How about the absolutely god-awful Achy Breaky Heart? Was it done by Billy Ray Cyrus or the Marcy Brothers?
We're the Marcy Brothers.
It's a valid question that I do not have an answer to.
It
I'm gonna
sounds like
I'm gonna go with those guys.
I'll agree because they sound like an old band.
Yeah.
Yes, they actually they did it as "Don't Tell My Heart"
Mm.
in 1991, and then Billy Ray took it in '92 and made it worse somehow, but yet became super popular and eventually cursed us with Jeremy's favorite, Miley Cyrus.
That's true.
How about the Sorn? Sorn. Wow. Apparently,
One.
me talk good.
Uh,
I wonder if
This
Miley will ever cover "Achy Breaky Heart."
I bet you in concert she probably has, but to my knowledge, she's never released a version of it. But not an expert on Miley Cyrus music.
Jeremy.
I haven't, not to my knowledge.
All right.
All right. The song "Torn." Um, was it Natalie Imbruglia, Edna Swap, or Lise Sorensen?
I don't even know what that song is. Can you sample it? Can you give us a
Uh,
sample?
Oh, I'm trying to think of the words.
it's ubiquitous from the 90s. All right, I'm just going to give this one up. It's Natalie Imbruglia. She's the one that made the cover song that
That's
was
yeah,
super popular.
that's the one I know is her singing it. So I want to
Yeah,
go with the second one.
All right, let me listen to
yeah.
this.
Sassy
Ed,
McPants.
Edna Swap wrote it in 91, but didn't record it until 95. So Lace Swarenson, who recorded it in 93, was technically the originator of the song.
It seems like a trick question you're playing on us there.
It was. But yeah, I that song in 97 was
Everywhere.
everywhere.
This is a banger.
Yeah, and this
I remember
also
this.
also she would fall into our potential one-hit wonder episode because like
Jeremy,
yeah.
what did you say?
Huh?
What did you say?
What did I say? I
Yeah.
said this song is a banger.
After that.
Um, I don't know.
Oh, I I didn't catch what you said. I swear you said I would make love to this. And I was like, I don't think that's what he said.
No, I didn't hear him say that at all.
Oh, I don't know what I said. I might have been trying to sing it, but I do recognize it now that I hear it. Good stuff. Good stuff.
All right. How about the song Cocaine? Cocaine. All right, who did it first? J.J. Cale or Eric Clapton? Who made the song more popular and who did it first?
Clapton made it more popular, but I don't think he was first.
You would be correct. Both of them came out in 1977.
Hmm.
Wow.
When did Cocaine Bear come out? 2023?
Yeah, they say in the last couple years. Oddly enough, I don't remember Cocaine Bear having that song in it.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Weird movie I saw in theaters.
All right. I didn't see it in the theaters. I saw it when it came on streaming. I enjoyed it. It's weird, but um. All right. Susie Q, who did it originally? One of the possible 11 bands, including the Rolling Stones, Trashmen, Bobby McFerrin, or Dale Hawkins, or was it Creedence Clearwater Revival?
Oh, who did that one originally?
Hawkins.
I want to give it to CCR.
Dale Hawkins did it originally in 1957. CCR made their career off of it in 1968 and went
Well,
on to
not
become,
just their career.
well, that was their first song, and then it kind of it broke them. Like they went on to have a massive career after that. But
They got that one song where they say there's a bathroom on the right.
right, also gonna be on our misheard lyric episode. All right. This song is surprising that it ever made the radio based on the era in which both bands did it. Come on, feel the noise. Come spelled C-U-M, noise spelled Noize. So who did it
Oh,
originally, Slade or Quiet Riot?
Slade.
I think so.
Come on, feel the noise. Girls, rock your boys. Wah, wah. Yeah, Slade did it originally in 73, and then Quiet Riot did it in 83. I don't know how they got that song on the radio or got that song on MTV with the lyrics spelled the way it was.
Well, you didn't have closed caption radio.
That's true. All right. Louie
Oh,
Louie.
Louie, Louie. Hey, you know a movie that song's in that's really good? Down Periscope.
Oh, I'll
I
check
know
it
I've seen
out.
Down Periscope.
Have
Jeremy?
you?
Oh, pretty soon.
All right, who did it originally? The Kingsmen or Richard Berry?
Things-
Yeah, let's say that.
All right, the Kingsmen is the one who covered it and made it famous.
Uh,
Richard Berry was the one who did it originally. The
Get
Kingsmen
Barry.
also got investigated for all sorts of crimes for that song because they did parts of it so unintelligible that the government was pretty certain that the Kingsmen were singing obscene lyrics and tried to prosecute them for crimes against minors and obscenity
wow.
and
Oh,
all sorts of
have,
interstate and
have they heard the radio today?
the people who tried to prosecute the Kingsmen back in 1963 would probably literally have their heads explode. You know that one rap song, my neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've now heard that song slightly changed as a commercial jingle for female deodorant.
Oh yeah. Those
Yeah,
commercials are just thirst.
They're
I
terrible.
I just like
They're they're better. If you remember the old, was it when that commercial first started? It was just a lady's foot, like as close to the camera as she could get it.
there was also one for all over body deodorant for men and like a unisex deodorant that I saw today that said something about balls under boob butt like and it was like what the you can say that on TV? All right.
The world
I
we're
mean,
living in.
I guess if we can say the nonsensical bullshit that we say on this podcast, why can't you say balls on TV?
We're not on
True.
TV.
Why
All
not?
right. Well, speaking of that, what about love?
What's love got to do with it?
No, no, the song What About Love? Who did it originally? Toronto or Heart?
I don't even know this song either.
I bet you if you listen to it,
Yeah, I can't think of this one off the top
What
of my head.
about love?
I'm gonna
this
go
one,
Toronto.
all right, this one's a bit of a trick question. Toronto did it in 1982.
What about
Um,
Till Tuesday did it too, right?
maybe those are just these are the only two that I have on the list. Toronto did it in 1982, didn't like it, didn't put it on their album. Somehow Heart heard about it, recovered it, made it in 1985. He became a huge hit for Heart. Toronto went on to release their version of it in 2002.
Hmm,
All right, how about God Gave Rock and Roll to You? The
Mm.
closing
know that
song
one.
to Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Who did
Okay.
it first? Petra, the Christian rock band, Argent, or Kiss?
Oh my God. I didn't even know there was other versions. I thought Kiss was the only version of that. Uh,
Going with number two.
Petra? I'll say Petra.
It would have been Argent in 1973 did it
Mm.
first. Petra covered it a couple different times on various albums. And then Kiss was like, we're going to do it for the end of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
It's a hell of a
Okay.
song.
All right. How about I Got My Mind Set on You from, was it James Ray or George Harrison or Weird Al's This Song is Just 6 Words Long?
Um, Harrison covered it, the original.
Good call. Good call. James Ray did it in 1962. George Harrison, well after the Beatles, did it in 87 and had a pretty minor hit compared to where he had been when he was with the Beatles. And then Weird Al was like, hey, that sounds like fun. And remade it as to this song is just 6 words long. The song Superman. Who did it first, Click or REM?
Oh, that's that. Click.
All right. Yes, you would be correct. That also is going to lead to eventually another topic of songs that are somewhat about comic book characters or songs that have comic book characters in them in the lyrics. Because there's a lot about Superman. Like there's the one song "Don't Tug on Superman's Cape."
Oh, Jim Croce.
Yeah, Jim Croce, and then
Bad, 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 bad Leroy Brown.
Um, Three Doors Down has Kryptonite. There's a number of them. There's I Am Iron Man from Iron Maiden,
Mm.
but who did Vacation first? The Go-Go's or Textones?
Tex Tones first. Go Go's more famous.
Correct. Now, the bassist from the Textones had quit being in the Textones and moved over to the Go-Go's, and then they were like, "Hey, since you already have this song, let's do it."
Mm.
Hmm. I think that's the
Double
only reason
dip.
they invited him.
All right, how about Doctor Doctor, I've got a bad case of loving you. Was it Robert Palmer or Moon Martin?
Moon Martin.
Yeah, that's just a fun name.
Yeah, Moon Martin did it in 78, and then Robert Palmer made it more famous in 79. All right, this one, I am a little less clear on whether or not you're going to be immediately familiar with it, but Love Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts.
Love Hurts. Who did it originally? Roy Orbison, Graham Parsons, Jim Capaldi, Cher, the Everly Brothers, or Nazareth?
Everly
Oh,
Brothers.
that's a lot
Oh,
of people.
man, Jeremy, are you cheating right now?
No, no, that just I know they're like old as dirt, so that's just the one name that I just decided to pick.
Okay. Yes, you would be correct. In 1960, they did it originally. Nazareth did it way more famous in 1975. Whenever that song gets played, more than likely that's the version that you're hearing. Like they use that version in a lot of commercials and movies and all right. Now this one I assume most people knew was a cover song, but I know it showed up on a lot of lists, so it could be a bit of a red herring. Who knows? I don't know what you two know. I Will Always Love You. Who did it originally? Dolly Parton or Whitney Houston?
Dolly Parton did it originally.
Justin sounds pretty confident.
Justin would be 100% correct. She did it originally in 74 and 82. And then Whitney Houston did it for that movie in 92. And then Dolly Parton was like, I want my song back. And so she redid it in 95.
Is that the bodyguard?
Yes. All right. This one's going to be a bit of a tough one. Hallelujah.
Oh God, who hasn't covered that song?
More than 300 artists have covered this song. It, based on what I was able to tell, this might be one of the most covered songs of all time.
Holy crap.
But who did it originally? John Cale, Leonard Cohen, or Jeff Buckley?
Buckley.
Jeff Buckley.
He is the one that made it the most famous, but Leonard Cohen is the one who did it originally.
What's your
Uh,
favorite version of it?
it would probably be Jeff Buckley's. I mean,
I
there's a
think
lot of
Voltaire's version.
Who?
who?
Voltaire,
Didn't
The
know they did
the
it.
guy who does those like Halloween songs.
Hmm.
oh, let's say the medieval French philosopher.
No, not that one. The other one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, and it's a bit of a misdirect because John Cale was covering Leonard Cohen's version. Jeff Buckley was more covering John Cale's version, even though Leonard Cohen was the one who originally wrote it. But Jeff
Hmm.
Buckley is a pretty tragic tale. Well, it is his biggest hit. Most people consider it to be like the definitive version of Hallelujah. But he died shortly after releasing it. He drowned in the Mississippi River down in Memphis. People don't know if he was just swimming or other things involved, but
Just murder.
yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Weren't you
no.
in Memphis at one point?
I would have left Memphis before 1994 when he released the song, so it would have been after that in which he died. So I had
You have
already
an
left.
alibi?
I was not in Memphis in the 90s. I was in Atlanta in the 90s. I was pretty far away from the Mississippi River.
All right.
Okay.
There's a
Okay.
lot
You're
of unsolved
lucky.
mysteries
You're
in New
lu
York City. You just don't know when to shut up. Okay. So do we got respect? Was it Aretha Franklin or Otis Redding?
Aretha Franklin. I don't really
Ot-
know.
Otis Redding.
Otis Redding did it first, and then Aretha Franklin made it famous.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Otis Redding had enough of his own hits, so I guess he gave one over to Aretha Franklin and made that song really ridiculously popular. All right, you really got me. Was it The Kinks or Van Halen?
The Kinks.
Jeremy, that's confident.
Okay, Jeremy is confident. I did not know Van Halen was doing stuff in 1978. That was when they released You Really Got Me. Apparently, me and Van Halen are pretty close to the same age. They might be a little older than me. I saw them as a more of an 80s band. I didn't realize they were releasing. But yeah, they took a Kink song from 64, released it in 78, and launched their career. That could be another one. Like, who launched careers based off cover songs?
Mm.
We're coming in
All
with
right.
a lot of musical themed episodes here.
Yes. All right. Hound dog. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Barking all
Crying
the
all the time.
time.
Crying all the time.
Crying all the time. Oh, I think there's probably both words in there at some point.
Oh.
Crying all
But
the time.
um, who
You
did
ain't
it
never
first?
caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine.
Was it Elvis, the king of rock and roll, or Big Mama Thornton?
Big Mama Thornton.
Oh yeah. You know he's ripped off a black person.
I don't know what Big Mama Thornton is. I did not look her up.
I'm gonna assume she's a big black woman.
Probably he did. As
From like Atlanta or I'm thinking New
as
Orleans.
Eminem taught us, he's was the what is ripped off black
She
music or
What do you got,
so
Jeremy?
she's a big black woman.
Where's she from?
ah
Huh?
Where was she from?
Where's she
Atlanta, New
from?
Orleans, or Mississippi?
She's from born in Alabama.
All
so
right.
not 100% right, but in the area.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How about Take Me to the River? Was it Al Green or the Talking Heads?
Al Green.
Oh yeah, right there. There's Big Mama Thornton.
That's her. Shout out to
Big Mama Thornton.
All right. Anyway, back to Take Me to the River. So you're saying Al Green did it first?
yeah.
Oh yes, you would be correct. Al Green did it first in 74. The Talking Heads did it in 78. Also, didn't realize the Talking Heads were that old. Apparently, 78 was just a good year.
Uh, your take on it.
All right, this one tends to show up on every list of like, did you know this song was a cover? So let's see if you know. Nothing compares to you.
I don't even know what that song is.
Yes, you do. I guarantee you know
All right.
who.
Sinead O'Connor.
He knows the one version, but did she do it first, or did Prince do it first?
Ooh. I'll stick with Sinead O'Connor.
Oh, that would be Prince. Prince did it in
Hmm.
1985 with his side project band The Family, and then somehow hooked up with Sinead O'Connor at some point and liked her so much he gave her the song, and well, she went on to a massive 5 minute career. Uh, I mean, that song is huge. I mean, and then she ripped a picture of the Pope and basically ended her career. But all
Yeah.
right, one of the more modern songs on the list, If I Were a Boy. Who did it first? BC Jean or Jean or Beyonce?
What this is.
Wait,
Okay, I was afraid to include this song on the list.
BCG.
Yeah, she did it. Well, whoever BC, I don't want to say she, but I assume because
Whoever they
the
are.
lyrics. BC Jean did it first, and then Beyonce covered it. All right, and then lastly, Knocking on Heaven's Door. Bob Dylan or Guns N' Roses?
Probably Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's older than Guns N' Roses.
right, but I mean, if I had put one song on here that I didn't include because I know everybody knows it's a cover, Hurt. Who did it first, Johnny Cash or Nine Inch Nails?
Brent Reznor.
Yes. So I was hoping that maybe the red herring of like did Bob Dylan fall down the rabbit hole that Johnny Cash fell down? So
No,
yeah, Bob Dylan did it first in 73 and Guns N' Roses covered it to great success in 1990.
good.
So
Bob Dylan's not good. I don't like Bob Dylan.
I am not a
I think we've
fan.
established this.
Yeah, no, I'm not too much of a fan of him either. I
Voice.
feel like I don't know why he's such a bad voice. Like lyrics, I mean, when like other people do his songs, yeah, those songs are great, but like he is just not a good singer.
Agreed. Jeremy.
Yeah.
All right, did either of you have time to come up with a list of cover songs that like
Shit.
you like knowingly like heard the song for the first time and you're like, "Wow, I really like this version. Like it's every bit as good," or a cover song that you think is better than the original?
Oh, I just wrote down a list of cover songs I like. I didn't write down whether they're better or worse.
Okay, well, I
You know,
mean,
per usual, I write down more than I'm supposed to because you said three, so I wrote down a lot of crap.
all right, well, I went with Alien Ant Farm Smooth Criminal.
Oh, that's a good one. Both versions
Uh,
are good. Alien
uh,
Ant Farms, I think, might be slightly better.
right, and it has nothing to do with the politics or who or what Michael Jackson might have been. I just really like Alien Ant Farm. I've enjoyed every one of their albums. But yeah, Smooth Criminal is such a good song.
How are we going here? Was you
All
going to go
right,
back and forth? Or are you
I
going
will.
through the whole list?
I can go through the whole list. I got Lenny Kravitz, American Woman,
Okay.
and then Weezer, Africa.
All right.
And then for honorable mention, the entire album of Metallica Garage Inc. I'm sure there's a lot more, but those are just the ones that immediately pop. I couldn't pick out which song on Garage Inc. I liked the most, but
That
like,
that's why I wrote down Weezer the Teal album
okay.
because same thing. I'm like I like that whole album.
I forget that album exists, but yeah, but yeah,
That's
no,
what Africa's on.
right. I know. But that's one of the only songs that makes it onto the radio. So like, anyway, all right, what do you got?
Jeremy, you want me to go and
Go. Yeah, you go
I got a bunch of
first.
stuff. All right. Well, I wrote Weezer's the Teal album. Um, yeah, I know it's the cover, but I really like the Limp Bizkit version of Behind Blue Eyes. I thought that one was really good. I Prevail's cover of Blank Spaces because I don't like Taylor Swift, but I think that's a pretty good song.
Yeah,
Like when they covered it,
I didn't write down like Local H Toxic because I'm like, oh, clearly everybody knows that's a cover.
didn't who someone covered a Britney song that was really good.
Local H covered Toxic by Britney Spears.
Someone else did too. I can't remember
Oh,
who did it.
okay.
And then I wrote down just some bands that did a lot of covers that I like Disturbed, Sound of Silence, Land of Confusion, Shout, and I still haven't found what I'm looking for. I think those are all good covers that Disturbed did. Five Finger Death Punch's cover of Gone Away, Bad Company, House of the Rising Sun. Oh, and Mama Said Knock You Out. Those are all I thought really good. Johnny Cash's Hurt, Personal Jesus, and I Won't Back Down.
Because Johnny Cash did a whole like he did two albums of like modern rock songs that he like kind of did his own spin on.
Yeah. And those ones I thought were really good off of those. Marilyn Manson has done a lot of covers as well, like Personal Jesus, Sweet Dreams, Tainted Love, You're So Vain, I Put a Spell on You, and This Is Halloween.
Oh yeah.
I wrote those ones down as covers. And then the other one I wrote for covers I like the I'm No Superman, back to the comic theme songs, originally done by Laszlo Bain. I like the Blanks cover. That's the song from Scrubs.
Right.
And then I've got some ones that I thought were bad and some that I thought were just weird. But let's go with Jeremy's list here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's a great band called Iron Tom that did a cover of Feel Good Inc. That was pretty good. There's a ton of ska covers of like great pop songs and Christmas songs, mostly by like Real Big Fish or like famous ska bands. Um, geez, like probably like Across the Universe, that whole album of like all Beatles covers.
Oh, from that movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good. Um, yeah, I mean, that's probably all I got for right now, but I'm sure there's probably more I'll think of when this is over, which will do us a
Yeah,
lot of good.
there was a lot as I was like writing this down. I was like trying to do like the three, and then I was like, well, there's like Johnny Cash alone has like three or four that I really like. So it got kind of hard to make that list.
Now, when you say bad covers,
Yes.
like the first thing song that comes to mind is Madonna covering oh geez, it just left my mind. American Pie, Don McLean.
Hmm.
Like
All
Don
right.
McLean, American Pie, one of the greatest songs of all time. And then Madonna like just shit on it. Like honestly, like if I was Don McLean, I would have sued the fuck out of her
Yeah.
for like destroying my song. Like now he had to sign off on it, so it was probably too late by the time it got released, but I would have been so deeply offended by what she did to that song if I was Don McLean.
Yeah, that one's bad. The one that I have that I thought was really bad is Nirvana does a cover of Seasons in the Sun,
Mhm.
and it's awful. I don't know what it is, but that the way they did that song is terrible.
Well, you just got this podcast canceled and coming out against Nirvana. Ugh.
Their cover.
Oh, okay, all right.
Mhm.
Well, like I kept seeing that one Nirvana song that they did on their Unplugged album that gets played on the radio all the time.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
Right.
about.
And they're like, "Did you know that was a cover?" Yes, they say it at the end of the song. Oh, if you didn't know, that was a David Bowie song or what, you know.
Yeah.
Like, yes, if you listen to the song, they say it at the end of it. Like,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
what?
I liked Land of Confusion as well.
That Disturbed.
Disturbed. Yeah.
Yeah, that one I
Their
like that
Sound of
one.
Silence is really good
I
too.
don't like that one.
Huh. Now who's getting us canceled?
I just no, I think it gets too far now. All right, that leads me to like or maybe our wrap up question. What makes a good cover? What makes a bad cover? Like,
Oh, I still have two weird covers.
oh, okay, what do you got
Don't
for?
wrap this up.
Okay,
One you skip. Ring of Fire. Wall of Voodoo covered it. The band that did Mexican radio.
oh, okay.
Weird. Just weird.
Well, Mexican radio is pretty weird. I can only imagine
Yeah,
how.
how they made that one sound. Look it up later. And then Aretha Franklin did a cover of, I don't know if it's technically a cover of Eleanor Rigby, but
Hmm.
she did it from the perspective of Eleanor Rigby.
Now, Tori Amos did. Now, I'm a. Well, I think we've established. I don't know if we've talked about it in a while, but I'm a big Tori Amos fan. She did an album called Strange Little Girls back in the late 90s, early 2000s, where she took a bunch of songs done by men and kind of reworked them as if it was either from the perspective of a woman or from the woman in the song. Like she did like she took Eminem's uh oh, I can't, one of Eminem's song where he was talking about like murdering his wife or and like putting her in the trunk and like did it from like the woman's side. I left that all off because like I didn't like they're covers but not really. So
Yeah, I don't
that's
know where that one would fall.
yeah, that was why I left a lot of those off because like is it technically a cover or is it like a remake? Like I don't know. That's a whole
I
nother
like a
argument. But
sequel.
yeah, like all right, so what makes a good like what makes a good cover, what makes a bad cover? Like would do you want to hear like a band do a straight up like when the Black Crowes like I saw the Black Crowes in concert when they were had Jimmy Page, was it Jimmy Page or the other one? I don't remember now. The two guys from Led Zeppelin, Jimmy Page and Robert Plant. No, so it would have been Jimmy Page. They did pretty much just Led Zeppelin songs when I saw them. But it was straight up like as close to the original as he could. I mean, it was really good, but like it wasn't it did I didn't feel like I was seeing the Black Crowes. I felt like I was seeing a Led Zeppelin cover band. So is that like do you want to see that with your cover or do you want to see like the Smooth Criminal Michael Jackson like where Alien Ant Farm took that and kind of reworked it enough where you knew it was a cover, like you knew it was a song, but did their own version of it. Like, so what for you, what makes a good cover song?
I like it when they do their own version. Like you know it's a cover, but it's different enough and it's still good. Like one of them I didn't put on the list is like Richard Cheese turning things into lounge music.
Oh yeah.
Like that, I like that. I think it's genius because he makes it his own style. So I think I would prefer that over them being as close as they can, where it seems more like a tribute band than
Okay.
their own individuals.
I would agree with that. I like it when it's its own twist,
All right. So
especially if
how
like a different genre. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
like how Richard Cheese makes everything lounge music. Like when you listen to WAP as a lounge song.
are Dynamite Hack doing Boys in the Hood? Or who was
Yeah,
it that did Gin and Juice?
Oh, didn't Ben Folds do like a cover of some
Yeah.
refs?
Ben Folds did Bitches Ain't Shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty funny because yeah, he's playing on the piano. Like, well, I mean, Dynamite Hack is like three white frat boys doing Gin and Juice, or no, Boys in the
yeah.
Hood. I can't remember who did Gin and Juice.
I don't know.
I mean Richard Cheese, I know there's gin and juice at one point.
Yeah,
Or
Richard Cheese
him
is
doing Freak on a Leash is
Richard Cheese is
hilarious.
um, Down with the Sickness in Dawn of the Dead was just pure brilliance.
Hmm.
Like the way they used that version of that song, like it was just. So
He
what
did one
makes
in
a
Batman versus Superman too.
I think so, yeah. So what makes
Oh,
a
he
bad cover
did.
song then? Because like well like we talked about with American Pie, like Madonna tried to do her she tried to take her own spin and do it and do her thing with that song, but it was awful. So where does doing your own thing go too far?
You suck.
Yeah, I
I mean,
mean, pretty much. Like, if you don't have the chops to pull it off, you just suck.
yeah, especially if it's a song that you don't have the range to do, or the emotions. Like when Don McLean does the American Pie, like you can feel the emotion and I don't know, he gets you in the feels. Might
Now,
make you cry again, Nicholas.
Mhm.
well,
The dam's been broken.
the dam has been broken, let me tell you. There we'll get to that in a bit. Um the no, 'cause like you can say like I mean Madonna tried to do her own thing and like she's got like as much as I don't like Madonna as a person, like she has a lot of really good music from the 80s. Like a Virgin and like living not living on a prayer, that's Bon Jovi. Well, I mean, it's not my necessarily like go-to music.
And other songs.
Mhm.
Yeah, and other songs. But like when she did that, it was just awful. So, I don't know. And maybe it's because American Pie is one of those
It's such a classic. It's
like
probably one of those where you
maybe
don't want to mess with.
untouchable songs. Kind of like there are certain movies that should never be remade. Like we did it once, we got it right the first time, it never needs to be redone. You know. So maybe American Pie falls onto that list. I don't know. But anyway, do you have any like go to like when somebody says bad cover, what's the first thing that you think of?
Season in the Sun.
Okay.
I heard that once because I was looking. I don't remember how long ago this was. That's why I thought we've done something like this. And I was listening to covers and I was looking up bad covers, and that one popped up. I was like, oh, Nirvana. And I was like, this isn't good. I don't know what it is with it. It is not good.
Oh, I didn't write it down, but Gnarls Barkley doing the Violent Femmes. Which Violent Femme song was that? It wasn't Blister in the Sun. It was, I can't remember, but
Hmm.
Um,
I'll have to look it up while one of you is saying something.
I don't know how
I'll
much we have left to say.
just to say something, just to fill the gap, I'll say Alan Jackson's version of Summertime Blues. I'm sure that sounds like a pile of shit.
It probably is, yeah.
Uh, I looked up some covers. It's hard to think of some bad ones.
I don't know if there's anything like you can hear when like rock does.
Gone Daddy Gone.
I was gonna say you can
Oh
hear when like
yeah.
rock or metal covers something that's kind of poppy, like Will I Prevail doing Blank Spaces.
Right.
Like that's a good cover. I don't know if you could take something that's in the rock or metal genre and like have a country singer do it and be like, oh, that sounds really good. Besides Cash.
I don't know. I mean, I think if you took like Chris Stapleton and gave him certain songs, he could probably pull it off. Because he's so close to rock already anyway. So I don't know. I mean, it depends. I mean, it depends on the song and how you do it. Like if you don't do a straightforward cover, you know,
What about when bands or genres cover like Disney stuff?
they
Like, cause
just did a
we've heard a bunch of that stuff,
yeah, they just did a whole album of that.
right? Like, would you want to count those as something on this list?
I well,
Because some of them are good.
yeah. I mean, it I guess it just depends. I mean, I guess it depends on what mood you're in when you hear it first, you know?
Yeah, I tend to like things that are done more in the rock kind of thing. Like as you see on my list, Disturbed, Five Finger stuff,
Right.
Marilyn.
I mean, I think it's pretty clear after the last couple music episodes that we as a group tend to stick more towards the rock side of things than other genres. So,
Yeah,
I mean, the various varieties of rock, indie rock, pop rock, prog rock,
yeah,
we don't tend maybe even into just pop music in general, but like I think our lack of knowledge of the country and hip hop R&B side of things is clearly evident when we do
yeah.
these episodes.
We know more like jazz and stuff than we know what those other ones.
Yeah.
So, all right. Anybody watch anything? Well, before we talk about what we watched, I do want to talk about one thing that I'm definitely looking forward to. Spaceballs 2 got announced.
Oh yeah.
That'll be exciting.
Mel Brooks is going to be 100 or 101 by the time that actually comes out. So hopefully they've got plans for getting that done quickly.
Yeah,
But the most important part of it is Rick Moranis is coming out of retirement. So very excited for that. Because Spaceballs maybe my favorite Mel Brooks movie. It's tough to say that because I do love Young Frankenstein and Blazing Saddles, and Robin Hood Men in Tights, but I think of all the Mel Brooks movies, Spaceballs is the one I've seen the most.
I think for me it's either Blazing Saddles or Young Frankenstein.
So anyway, all right. And then the second trailer for Naked Gun came out, and
More excited.
I'm still like I'm cautious about it, but I'm more excited than I thought I was when I heard about it. So
Yeah, I'm
all
getting
right.
more and more excited for that movie.
All right. Anybody watch anything in the last couple weeks we want to talk about?
Yeah.
Uh, okay, go ahead, Jeremy.
I rented Friendship last night on Prime, which $20 is fucking robbery for a rental.
How
But
much is it to buy it?
I mean, basically like $5 more than that. So I
We
probably
were
should have
gonna
just
do
owned it.
that with I think it was when Minecraft came out because Christy's sister was up and everything with her niece and they wanted to watch it. And I think yeah, it was $20 to rent it or it was $23 to buy it. I was like, just buy it at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have just bought it, but I
Friendship,
just
Then
that's the Tim Heidecker
yeah.
movie?
Tim Robinson.
Tim Robinson.
Yeah. And Paul Rudd is in it. It's weird, as you would probably expect it to
The
be. I
trailer
mean,
made it look like it was going to start as somewhat normal and then it just got super weird. So
yeah, that's pretty much how it went down. I
good,
mean,
good,
Tim
weird, bad, weird.
Robinson, he's just guy good, weird, some unco it's like very black comedy. I mean, it's very uncomfortable at some moments, but I mean, I think that guy is so funny. Just being like just doing normal shit and making like like expressions is enough to make me laugh. So I was satisfied. I liked it. That's about it. I've been watching a lot of Hell's Kitchen on YouTube. They have like all the seasons on there, uncensored, and you can like you can go by playlist and just like marathon them. That
Did you finally get rid of Apple?
I need to do that for before next month, probably.
It's kind of like a little running joke now on the show. Did Jeremy cancel Apple?
Yeah, place your
Jeremy canceled
bets.
Apple, and did he watch Down Periscope?
Yeah,
Both?
which one's gonna
No.
happen first?
You're going to cancel Apple first because
Did
it
it
costs
say
you
if
money.
I had to put money on it?
Apple, Down Periscope, and Thief.
Still have that?
I think I still have your copy of Thief.
Huh. And my Batman's.
Oh yeah, shit. Fuck. And I have Nicholas's Freddy vs. Jason comics.
I was just wondering about that. I was like, did I ever get those back?
No, next time I
Oh,
see you, I'm
okay,
gonna
all
give
right.
everybody their stuff back and I'll
It's gonna
have
be like
read
it's
and
just gonna be like
watched.
you're breaking up with us. There's gonna be boxes of our stuff. I'm
Well,
trying to think of what I watched. I watched well Arrow stuff, Modern Family, uh, Singing in the Rain. I know that's very relative to the times. Oh, and then I watched that new Predator one on Hulu.
oh, Killer of Killers.
Yes, I watched that. It's pretty good.
That's like
Animated.
is that one story or is it a couple stories?
Couple couple stories rolled into one.
Okay, I do want to watch it.
Yeah, because it's kind of like they're in Viking time and then Samurai Ninja time and like World War I, II time.
Okay,
So they cover all. There's a bit little segment from each that leads to one big wrap up.
all right. Let's see. What did I? Is that anything else you watched or?
I think that might be it for relevance, if any of that's even relevant.
Let's see. What did I watch? I watched. I've been watching the last couple months a show called Corner Gas at lunch. It's this Canadian show that's really funny. But when they were done with it, they made a movie, so I watched that. Then I watched started this new game show that's kind of silly called Raid the Cage with Damon Wayans Jr.
Hmm.
It's like a barely a quiz show mixed with supermarket sweep kind of thing. Like you have like a few seconds to run in this room and grab as much stuff and get out and I don't know. Anyway, it just but I haven't really been just watching the normal like Lego Masters and Guys Grocery Game stuff like that. But
Oh, the sad news that we haven't talked about the passing of Anne Burrell.
yeah, Anne Burrell passing was very sad. Still too early to talk exactly about what happened there because we just don't know. But that was shocking because she was only 55. Yeah. And that's going to be a massive hole on Food Network personality wise and programming wise because she was between her and Guy like that
Everywhere.
her Guy and Bobby like there's like that's like Anne Burrell is like a third of the Food Network programming.
Wow.
So like she's
I'm willing to take the role if they offer it.
I mean if they don't want to have somebody who knows how to cook, I'll do it.
You can cook a little.
I can cook. I can cook. I'm not a chef. Like if you give me a recipe and, extra time, I can cook just about anything. Just don't expect me to get crazy and like invent stuff on the fly.
Fair.
But um but no, I saw a video on Twitter, Facebook that just broke me. Um, it was these people were going through the wreckage of a forest fire, and they found a duck that had been caught in the fire and burned, and they lifted it up, and underneath her was a bunch of eggs.
Mm.
And they were talking, they were like, this mama duck stayed on the eggs, trying to protect her eggs, and ended up killing her and obviously all the eggs. But they intercut it with some animated like duck, like with like halo wings, and like, oh, it
Mm.
hit me at the wrong time, the right time, depending on what, and it bawling,
Mm.
like just bawling. And then like 2 days later, I was at work and I started thinking about it again, and I was like, I might have to leave. Like I just,
It just done you a little teary.
yeah, like it hit me in a way that fucking James Gunn, like I'm blaming him for this. Like
Uh,
he
He
broke the
broke
dam
it.
with Guardians 3, and I just can't get it closed back up now.
oh, I thought he had something to do with like that duck
The duck.
animation.
No, no, no. James Gunn broke the dam when with that otter in Guardians 3, and
Oh
Do you
yeah.
think if you go back and watch some other sad stuff, it might break you still, or is it because you already
I
seen it?
I don't know. I
Like if you
don't
went back and watched Clerks 3,
I guess I'll have to find out. I guess I'll have to.
that one was
I think if
a
I
little
went back
teary.
and watched that again, I'd just be angry. I mean, never mind.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to, I guess that's an experiment that we'll have to undertake, is go back and figure out what some of the stuff that I talked about not crying at, where you guys were like, "What are you, an unfeeling monster?" And I'll have to
Yeah, you're like
rewatch
I
it.
was close.
Or yeah, stuff that I was like Clerks 3. I was close, but I didn't.
I definitely cried during that, but then when I thought about it, I'm like, why the fuck would he do that?
Yeah, that was a weird
I mean,
choice. I mean, I
yeah,
guess that was just him being kind of done with the Clerks franchise, but he's doing another Jay and Silent Bob thing, so who
yeah,
knows?
yeah.
Anyway, anybody got anything else?
Listen to or watch 199. It'll probably be out by the time this is out.
Okay.
Really happy with how it turned out. It's a nice essay.
Oh yeah, because you're getting close to 200, so
Yeah. Got something
all
really big planned for 200.
all
Just
right, good to
wait.
know, good to know. All right. Well then, I guess if you're Madonna and you decided to cover one of the greatest songs of all time, just remember, stupid never walks alone.
Comic books have been around for almost a century, and in the last 2 decades, we've finally gotten to see many of these characters brought to life in movies and on TV. On the Moving Panels podcast, we discuss movies and TV shows based on, inspired by, and adapted from the world of comic books. Join me and my guests as we discuss both the good and the bad from Marvel, DC, and even some of the lesser-known comic book companies. Learn what is and isn't from the comics, as well as our nerdy review of the movie or show. New episodes drop every Monday, and you can find us wherever you listen to podcasts. So join us for Moving Panels, and I'll see you on the other side of the page.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and listen to an 80s Flick Flashback podcast once in a while, you could miss it. Do you love movies of a certain age? Do you miss the days of VHS tapes, VCRs, and the video rental stores? Does the thought of another 80s movie being remade seem inconceivable? My name is Tim Williams. I'm the creator and host of the 80s Flick Flashback podcast. On each episode, I'm joined by guest co-host to discuss one of the many movies released in the 1980s. We share our first-time watch memories, our favorite scenes, and even learn some behind-the-scenes stories about the cast and crew along the way. New episodes are released every other Friday on your favorite podcasting platform. So make like a tree, get out of here, and go listen to an excellent episode of the 80s Flick Flashback podcast. The ad is over. Go home. Go.